Hi, I'm Leah with In-Depth Security.
And hi, I'm Lindsey with In-Depth Security.
And we are here today to talk about the Skillbridge program and Lindsey's transition from military life to civilian life. So how does a service member go about requesting to participate in Skillbridge?
So, requesting to participate in Skillbridge can vary by command. Overall, your first avenue should be going to the DOD Skillbridge webpage to confirm that you are in fact eligible for the program. From there, I would direct you to your command's instruction on Skillbridge, as there might be some additional requirements and wickets that you must meet in order to obtain your command's approval.
So what did the process look like for you?
So for me specifically, after making sure I met the requirements for the Skillbridge program, I routed a request to my commanding officer, asking to participate for the full 180 days. Once that was signed off and returned to me, I was able to start engaging with companies, trying to make sure it was a good culture fit and that I was going to get training in the work role that I desired in the civilian world. From there, once all the details were finalized, I routed another request chit that went up to my commanding officer that was signed off, and I was set to go and start out on this new adventure.
So why did you choose In-Depth?
So I chose In-Depth because from my first meeting with leadership there, I was just insanely impressed with the amount of guidance and mentorship that was provided to me. And I just saw it as a place that I could really grow both professionally but also personally in my transition to civilian life.
So what did your internship look like?
So my internship was 100% remote, but I was given a mentor that provided me with daily training. And once a week we would link up and I would be tested on my knowledge. From there, I was also highly encouraged to pursue additional training, which actually resulted in me obtaining 2 certifications while I was on Skillbridge. Once I had made it through our company's qualification process, I was then able to actually conduct penetration tests as well.
So you told me a little bit about your certifications. What skills specifically did you acquire through the program?
So I gained a lot of skills. Prior to starting this program, I had little to no experience doing penetration tests. So I learned everything. I learned my enumeration, privilege escalation skills. I started from the ground up, and now I can say I'm 100% confident in being able to not only conduct penetration tests, but actually lead them as well. I also gained some more of the soft skills of how to interact with customers, how to answer questions and bridge the gap between my technical knowledge and maybe a customer's not so technical knowledge.
The program seems really amazing for acquiring skills. Did you face any challenges transitioning from military to civilian life?
So the biggest challenge that I would say I faced was I didn't have somebody telling me what to do every day. Like I mentioned previously, my program was 100% remote, and while I did receive an insane amount of training, I was also provided the opportunity to pursue things that I thought would be beneficial to myself. In-Depth was great at making that challenge much less so because I had meetings with various people that provided me like, hey, if you're looking to do this degree path once you get out, why don't you look at doing this? Or where do you want to be in 5 years? And opening and having that discussion that really helped me focus on what would be best for me to get where I want to be in the future. So while I didn't have somebody telling me, hey, you need to do this at this time, I was given all of the tools that I needed to help make a decision that was going to best help me in the future, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So where are you now?
So I'm still here with In-Depth. I was fortunate enough to be offered a position following my Skillbridge, and I'm still learning. I'm growing both with my technical skills and with the softer skills that people tend to forget, and I'm loving my job. It really has been one of the best experiences in my life, and it says a lot because a lot of people are scared to leave the military because that's something that a lot of people join when they're 17, 18, and that's their first experience with a job. So 10 years down the road, when you're experiencing something completely different, it's an adjustment and it's hard. But this program has done phenomenal at allowing me to successfully transition and be a part of this company that has been just phenomenal and continues to be. And I hope that we can continue to provide that for other people.
So what is your biggest piece of advice for those who are looking to Skillbridge with a company?
My biggest piece of advice would be to do the research. Research companies, research the work role that you want to get into, because not only is it important to love your job, but it's also important that you fit in with the corporate culture, because it is a huge transition going from the military and the culture there and then moving towards the civilian sector. And also know that you're going to get out what you put into this experience.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lindsey, for a great talk about Skillbridge.
Oh, well, you're welcome, and thank you for having me.